No enemies in PvE, only the creatures, the elements, and the challenge of starting from nothing. Day 1 is here, and this is our story. Welcome to Fjordur. Now while I get the new wipe underway and start collecting some resources to get day 1 of the Fjordur wipe going, I wanted to first go over the mods that we are using, the base location that I'm looking at, and what are the rules or goals for this wipe. First we'll go over the mods, which I'll display on the screen as I go through them and give a brief description of each and why we're using it on our server. The first mod that we're using is Structures Plus. This mod allows us to stack foundations, snap ceilings, and having them be flush with the foundations, snappable crop plots, and storage containers, and other quality of life features that make building bases, pens, and farms much easier and a little less stressful. The second mod that we're using is Classic Flyers. Classic Flyers is a very simple mod and allows the talent points of flying dinos to go into movement speed. The third mod that we are using is Awesome Spyglass. Awesome Spyglass shows a bunch of relevant information on many targets, mostly importantly for us, dinos, like health, amount of torpor, or how knocked out the dino is, level, and all the information that is helpful to survivors. Our next mod is Ultra Stacks. This mod increases the amount of how many items can stack on top of each other. For example, if the normal limit of wood stacking was 100, Ultra Stacks allows this number to go to 5,000, 10,000, some number like that, and it just clears up inventory space. And it's a massive help with building, as it also helps reduce the weight of most items. The last mod that we have, but definitely not the least, is Awesome Teleporters. This mod, well, allows you to teleport. It's 100% a quality of life mod because on these larger maps, we simply don't want to be wasting our time running around, flying around, especially when it comes on farming runs. And we don't want to limit to the area we build just because it's not close to metal, stone, or wood. I'm gonna die.
Good riddance.
Oh my. There's your level 100 Carno. You know, I've noticed every time we have tried to get a start, me getting there has been an absolute, travesty. And you're just like, oh, I'm here. Here, looks the place.
La, 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 la.
Yeah,
It's so peaceful out here.
I died by terror birds. I've died by Carnos. I've died by terror birds. Technically we both died by Sarcos, but I also died by the Sarco. I've died by saber-tooths. I've died by an alpha raptor, all just trying to get to base locations.
Sounds like a personal problem. Why are you running?
He fell down. Hopefully this isn't for me. I guess we'll find out. Well, so that's not very deep water, just in case you were wondering. I don't understand. I truly don't know how you managed to go past literally every, angry, because there's raptors, terror birds. Why though? Bro! Dude, why are... Really? Get in the boat! The things that I have to go over is so dumb. But yeah. Well, now that you got all this.
Wow, you bring in a raptor!
What do you want from me?
I'm gonna kill you!
Let me out of the house. Welcome to my world. Yeah, it's so peaceful, huh? Until it's not. So I don't know if you remember where you wanted to build on the map, but I have mine pinned still. It's like a rough pin, but basically you can kind of see next to the pin there's like a little castle thingy. So I'm gonna build there, and then it's kind of, what was it, 35, 60 something I think is where you at, or 35, 50 something? I don't know. I think it's somewhere in that range is where Shadow wants to build. So
I can build nowhere.
something like that. But before we go there, yeah, we're just gonna try to get, you know, this starter base will be more than enough, and then it's just gonna be farming resources. I wonder if it wouldn't even be a horrendous idea, because we actually ended up, we had run this before, and we actually tamed the pterodactyls, and we had, I think we both had super high level RGs.
Yeah.
So if we end up doing the same thing, which is something that's completely doable, we could even go over to our base locations with like pre-built stuff and things. If we have the RGs for weight, we could go over there with some foundations and doors and whatever, so that way we're not doing as much farming. And then kind of be a little better off. Where before, it was kind of like, well, we're here, we have some tools, and, you know, time to get started, to where now it's kind of like, at least we have both forges down. Now we'll try to get us, like, smithies up and whatever, so that way, it's going to be a little easier for us when we do go move over. But I think we want to do a bunch of stuff and things first. But our goal is basically on either of the drops or the obelisks, we're going to try to build up some kind of an army, take on one of the bosses, win or lose, you know, we don't really care. It's just kind of getting to that point, and then that'll kind of be our wipe on Fjordur right now. And then I've been thinking on what our next maps are going to be. I think the next map after this one, obviously, is going to be a while. But the next map after this one is going to be the center. So I do really like the center. And then after that, I'm not really sure. Scorched Earth, I feel like, has to be one of those. I've never really been a fan of it. But I do feel like it would be a good one, as long as we're not wanting to absolutely blow our brains out through the run, which is a strong possibility, because if you ever played Scorched Earth before, it's not the best.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Great.
You know,
Totally.
there's terror birds here too. So apparently I take death with me, because I saw a raptor and now I see a terror bird that is literally on the beach. So that'll be fun. We're gonna have to deal with that. Like, not build like a. Oh, there's a 140 raptor outside. In case you were wondering.
You just bring death everywhere you go.
You know, I don't want to hear it.
I also don't want to hear it, because I'm safe in my hole, but somebody wants to ruin my safety.
Yes. Here's my question. Can raptors get caught by bolas? They can.
All right, side not thing. There was a 140th female raptor outside of our house, and I'm apparently you can bola raptors. I googled it while it was attacking the house, and we're gonna have a 140 raptor now. Okay, you know, you should. Hey, I'm gonna say this. You should be glad that, like, I'm splitting us up in this, like, series of videos we're recording, because if you lived in the land of the free and the home of the brave and everybody handshake and kisses on the mouth and teeth, like, all time wherever, I've literally brought, like, Satan to your doorstep. 140 raptor. There was 2 other raptors that you had to kill. There are terror birds, and now there's a tech T-Rex. Okay.
I don't like it.
So it's great. So it'll all be fine.
You
And
can go live by yourself.
yeah, well, that's the plan. So alrighty. So it was a level 100 pterodactyl. Oh no, you lost the level 100.
I mean, it's about to die, or it did die.
Kevin Kevin the raptor. Alright. Oh, Kevin's full health. Alright, for a raptor saddle, we just need hide. So, Kevin, let's go see if we can't get... Ah. Go kill that. Go get it, Kevin. Oh, so you're scared now, huh? It's all fun and games until a raptor's killing you up, Mr. Stupid Terror Bird. Take that, nerd. Ain't so big and bad with the raptor. Kevin might die.
I don't want to hear it.
So Kevin's dead. Alright, so Kevin's dead, but that's okay. We were able to recover the saddle, and Shadow was able to get some tames in. He got some pterodactyls, so I'm not entirely sure why we have to have 3. 2 would have been fine, but the main reason that we want to do pterodactyls is we plan on using them to go get crystal from presumably that mountain over there, and we're also going to use them to go grab some RGs, which are going to live in like a viscerally direction. So they're just something that's going to be really easy to kind of get us started, and the main reason why we want to go from pterodactyls to RG so quick is because we kind of want to go to our base locations as fast as we can. And you know, this is our starter base here, and we need to go to that pin for our base. Shadows is a little closer, but you know, we're thinking in the beginning our biggest thing is making sure we have enough resources. Like, we've been doing quite a bit of farming since Kevin died, because that was just depressing. But we did a lot of farming. We want to get a lot more farming done. That way we can have pre-made structures using the S+ crafting station. So that way when we're ready to leave, we have some stuff crafted. We have some things that we can bring with us, like S+ smithies or crafting stations, the forges and stuff like that, meat spoilers, all sorts of stuff, so that when we do go to our new base location, we're going to be a lot more self-sufficient, and the fact that we don't really need to rely on each other as much. And that's kind of what we want to do. We kind of want to make this a solos journey that you guys follow. The main person, honestly, that throughout these series, even though we're going to be playing together, we're going to be in the same tribe. I'm going to kind of be taking over the Ark series. Shadow will always be here to kind of come and help out whenever we want to try to tame something, or I want to try to tame something that's going to require maybe more than one person. So, that being the case, he's going to take over more of the Rocket League series. So, hopefully, if you guys haven't seen any of the Rocket League series, I do recommend going and checking out that. We have a lot of videos for Rocket League, and I feel like he's done a really good job with that series. Hopefully I can continue in that kind of thread and do a really good job with the Ark series. So, now that Heaven is dead, like I said, we plan on getting just a bunch of resources down. We want to get some structures down. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop all this stuff in there real quick. I think what I'm going to do is take some of the thatch, wood, stone. Can I access? Yeah, we're going to go over here, throw that in there, and we do have the Castle's Keep's forges, or forts, sorry. And we were thinking about, doing something. Maybe I do a build with this, but I really like some of the builds that other people have done. I might do a little bit of copying one of those, or just try to do one of my own builds, but I think what I'm going to do is get some of the structures down, and that way we can kind of be ready when we want to move. I think the big thing, though, that we 100% need is a Triceratops, though. So I think what I'm going to do first, I don't know if we have any try to get that. I don't think we have any more narcotics, so we want to see, let's do more of that. I think what I'm going to do is find a Triceratops so we can get the berry situation a little more fixed, because collecting narco berries by hand is a little bit of a pain in the butt. So I think I might try to find a low-level trike or something. I've seen that parasaurs are actually berry farmers. I don't know how good they are for berry farmers, but I might give that a try as well. The only downside is they run, and I ain't about all that running something down and all that nonsense. And Triceratops are going to chase after you. So I think what I'm going to do with the arrows that I have, I think I'm going to go out, try to find a trike, and get a berry situation down. I don't know if Shadow has any trike arrows. He does not. So, I think we're just going to have to... Oh, we can make 6 more. Let's steal some arrows off of them. Hello? Hello? One day game? There we go. We'll take half of his arrows. He won't mind. We'll do that. Wonder if these are done. Nope. Nope. Some's better than none. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go look for a trike, and I'll bring you back when I find a trike. Or an extremely low parasaur that I feel like I can get knocked out very quickly. But I think I'm gonna try for a trike first. So I will bring you back when I find a trike. Alright, so we have a 20 and a 15. Honestly, I don't really care which one we get. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna grab this guy. That's the low level one. I don't want the low level one. Hopefully it can't get up here. Well, it can't. God. Oh, it's running. Could go down soon then. Maybe one more crank. There we go. And we don't really need another trike. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is actually just kill it. I'll knock it down and kill it. Because we could always use the hide. And the meat we could get from the spoiler. Get one more. So that we will kill. We'll have to go grab some berries, but that will kill. Or some stuff. Sounds bad, but oh god. We'll go grab some mejo berries and get it tamed up. And then I will bring you back when we are all saddled up and ready to farm some berries. Sweet. All tamed up and we got the saddle. So I think what we're gonna do is go get some cranks. And then or get berries for tranks. I know the stamina on this thing is going to be absolutely atrocious. I don't know what all this lag's about though. I think it was acting like it was sprinting, it just wasn't showing up. Yes, it's like not showing. That's kind of ugly. So we'll just walk it out. Maybe. Or I might just cut this next part out. I'm gonna farm some berries, and I'll meet you guys back when I'm crafting some more arrows, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got some narco berries. We're gonna start getting some more narcotics going. And those we are going to, what do I want to do? Those we're going to help with making RG saddles and all that. So the next thing that we want to try to get done is probably farm up some chitin so we can make saddles for the pterodactyls. And then, oh god, pick up those. And then we can get RGs going. And then once we get the RGs going, I believe we have everything we need in the base to kind of get all the building stuff and things done. So what I might do is kind of get that. I'm not really sure what I'm going to need for the forge, but I will make 4 of these because we are going to both need narcotics and stuff and whatever we want to get going on. And then I'm going to make 2 of these. And can I make 4? I can make 3. What am I going to be missing? I'm going to be missing wood? Can I do more now? I'm going to be missing, oh, probably hide. There we go. One more. So now we have all of that. The last thing's probably going to be the S plus crafting version, which I could probably just type in, but you know, what fun is that? Why not look? That's always a good time. You know, I bet it's Raleigh at the beginning too, isn't it? Am I blind? Bad? Bad at the game? Pick up like a paintball gun. Bowl gun? Whatever that is.
Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna make 2 of those for us, because I don't believe we can pick these up. Oh, okay, we can. Alright, let's... well, I made 2 of them, whatever. So, one thing for each, because I think we might leave this base too. So we'll both will be able to take a smithy, we'll both be able to take 2 forges, we'll both be able to take 2 of those, and we'll both take 1 crafting station. So the next thing that we will need is to probably go and farm some resources, and I'll do that off quote-unquote camera or whatever. And then the rest is honestly probably just trank arrows, because we really don't have a lot. 30's not going to be enough to tame any kind of RGs. So honestly, taking that trike out and getting berries is going to be the next step of this little journey. So I don't know, I was getting ready to put that there. That will go right there. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on the trike and farm up some berries. I know this is probably a little bit of a short first video, but honestly, like, getting here and going through everything we went through, all the heartbreak of dying, finding a high-level raptor, the high-level raptor dying, it took a while for Shadow to get these pterodactyls down. I mean, even after he got these down and tamed up, just like farming everything to make the building and get all of our resources, it was a process just to do all this. And even getting this trike, you know, or I mean, not really getting the trike, this has honestly been the easiest thing for us to do, but getting all that down, farming, we have a bunch of resources already. I think the biggest thing that we're down is chitin. So we can't really do anything for saddle-wise for any kind of birds because we have absolutely no chitin. And if we look in here, it is chitin and keratin. So we can't even make a single saddle for any of our pterodactyls. So I think it's just going to be running around and trying to find chitin or keratin. I always find chitin a lot easier, just killing bugs and all that good stuff. So I think that's going to be that. You know, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the beginning of this new map in this series, and hopefully we don't run into any problems. I feel like in the future, you know, mistakes are probably going to be made on my end as far as recording goes. And that was kind of one of the leading factors, was I lost so much footage on the island that I just didn't realize. And it just felt wrong to continue the series on that island when, you know, all that progress was lost. And there'd be so many dinos. I mean, we had mammoths and beavers and all sorts of stuff. And it's like, you know, I don't want to just load in one day and be like, hey guys, look at all the stuff we have. So, you know, obviously if mistakes happen on here, I still plan on going through with it because I think the map is super cool. It's, you know, it's going to be different. Plus the thing that we plan on doing is building separate. So once we get our bases down in the areas that we want to build, it's going to be a lot easier for me to kind of do my own thing, make my own progress, and, you know, instead of loading on and it's, you know, because you guys didn't really get to see these guys get taken down. Not that it's like a big deal, but it's like, you know, you'd like to see, like, what happened with this guy? Did he pee on you, poop on you? You don't know. He could be an evil man. So, and, you know, was this guy actually fast, or, you know, is he just a nerd? Nobody knows. But I think for now, that'll be it. That'll be the end of this one. Just kind of quick one, getting us to our starter base. Hopefully, in the next thing, our next plan, honestly, is getting saddles for the pterodactyls, getting our RGs because we want weight birds, and that'll help us get over to our base locations, and that's where things I think will really start to kick off and be a lot of fun, and the adventure will be awesome. Maybe.